Queen Camilla's three-word comment on being third person in Princess Diana's marriage to Charles. Queen Camilla has now emerged as one of the rocks of the royal family. But her presence has not always been universally accepted both within the firm and with the general public, and she still has the ability to spark controversy. Prince Harry was especially scathing about his stepmother in his memoir Spare, while others can never forgive her after Princess Diana described her as the third person in her marriage to Charles. But she has managed to ignore many of the barbs and became queen in 2022 when Charles ascended to the throne, despite previous suggestions she would merely be the Princess Consort. Camilla was clearly the love of Charles's life even through his marriage to the Princess of Wales. And while Camilla was also married to Andrew Parker Bowles, the pair were perhaps destined to walk down the aisle, and they did so in 2005. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. With their 20th anniversary approaching, the couple will hope there are many other happy moments left. Camilla, 76, has never commented directly on Princess Diana, but has addressed what it was like to be thought of as the third person in the marriage. Speaking to Vogue in 2022, she admitted it was hard to deal with the press frenzy, especially after Diana's tragic death in a car crash in 1997. She went on, "I was scrutinized for such a long time that you just have to find a way to live with it. Nobody likes to be looked at all the time and, criticized. But I think in the end, I sort of rise above it and get on with it. You've got to get on with life." Despite her affection for Charles, Camilla actually encouraged him to marry Diana, and even tried to befriend the princess. But Diana suspected this was to remain close to her husband. But royal expert Jenny Bond reckons Diana did not hold a grudge against Camilla. The former BBC royal editor recently said, "She told me she thought that Camilla was loyal and discreet and deserved some form of recognition." Diana made her comment about her marriage in an infamous Panorama interview with Martin Bashir in 1995. She told him, "There were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." A year previously, Charles had addressed his relationship with Camilla, saying, "She has been a friend for a very long time and will continue to be a friend for a very long time." Queen Camilla reportedly broke royal protocol with a fan during Australia tour. Queen Camilla and King Charles are currently undertaking a royal tour of Australia and Samoa. On Sunday, October 20th, Charles and Camilla visited St. Thomas's Anglican Church in Sydney, Australia, where they signed the country's first official Bible, and the Book of Common Prayer. Outside the church, Queen Camilla greeted fans and acquiesced to taking a selfie. While there is no royal rule regarding selfies, it is generally discouraged for members of the royal family to pose for selfies, the Express reported. It's possible, of course, that the rule regarding selfies has relaxed since King Charles took the throne. However, royal family selfies still remain fairly rare, suggesting that they're not common practice. The monarch and his wife initially planned to undertake a 3-week trip that would also include Fiji and New Zealand. However, the royals shortened the official visit due to King Charles' continuing cancer treatment. Charles and Camilla's royal tour of Australia and Samoa has been met favourably by most members of the general public. However, the couple's trip has also faced anti-monarchy sentiment, with Australian Senator Lydia Thorpe heckling the King in Parliament, per the New York Times. The couple travelled separately to Australia, with people reporting that Queen Camilla made an extra stop during the long flight from the United Kingdom. Queen Camilla is said to have a fear of flying and has previously departed early for royal tours, breaking up the trips with a stop at a favourite spa, the outlet reported. According to People, Camilla favours the Sukhya Holistic Health Centre, which is close to Bangalore, India. Described as a residential medical institute, the Sukhya Holistic Health Centre is focused on healing, prevention or rejuvenation through naturopathy, homeopathy, yoga, Ayurveda and more. Queen Camilla accidentally breaks royal protocol while meeting a fan in Australia. Queen Camilla appears to have broken royal protocol while greeting fans in Australia with an impromptu selfie. Queen Camilla broke royal protocol on Sunday after she agreed to a selfie with one royal fan who had waited to see her during her first day of engagements in Australia. King Charles and Queen Camilla are currently on their first royal tour to Australia and Samoa since the King's ascension to the throne, and their first day included a visit to St. Thomas Anglican Church in Sydney for the Sunday church service. After the service, the royal couple went outside the church to shake hands with well-wishers, who numbered around 200 people, with some waiting since 5 a.m. to catch a glimpse of the royals. There, the Queen was caught posing for a selfie with a young royal fan. While there is no royal rule regarding selfies, it is generally discouraged for members of the royal family to pose for selfies. The protocol has been breached many times in the past by royals, including King Charles, who recently posed for a selfie picture with New Zealand's women's rugby team last month. Elsewhere, the King spotted an old friend, his former polo teacher Sinclair Hill, described as Australia's greatest player of the sport. He was joined by his wife Wendy Hill, who was kissed on both cheeks by Charles and said afterwards, "He is a lovely man, and the fact that he has not been well and still came. The effort he puts in to talk to all these people. I thought he looked terrific." Earlier in the day, the monarch attended commemorations marking the 150th anniversary of the Legislative Council in 1974 of New South Wales. He said in a speech to guests, "Democratic systems must evolve, of course, to remain fit for purpose, but they are, nevertheless, essentially sound systems, as I said in this building 50 years ago." King Charles and Queen Camilla are leading the UK's chicken adoption trend. After being set up almost 20 years ago, the British Hen Welfare Trust recently rehomed its 1 millionth bird at Highgrove. Our nation's famous love for pets is extending beyond cats and dogs to chickens, with even the King and Queen joining the hen party. After being set up almost 20 years ago, the British Hen Welfare Trust recently rehomed its 1 millionth bird at Highgrove, the Gloucestershire home of Charles and Camilla. The King provided a safe refuge for Henrietta and 30 other chickens who otherwise would have been sent for slaughter after being used commercially to lay eggs. Haworth, pictured below, the national charity, has rehomed hens in schools, community areas, prisons and back gardens across the country, inspiring the public to reassess the creatures as adorable pets. By working with farmers to rehome hens once their best laying days are behind them, the Trust has proved these birds have plenty of life still left in them, as feathery companions. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.